Former British Prime Minister David Cameron sometimes used public airline services seated among regular passengers. That's surprising, right? However, not all leaders take that approach. The majority of them fly across the globe in expensive private aircraft. Let's look inside the most expensive private jets of world leaders. United Kingdom. The 32nd Squadron of the United Kingdom paid $250 million for its own Airbus A330. Boris Johnson, the British Prime Minister, bought the new airliner mostly for official government business. Compared to the air management centers of other nuclear superpower leaders, the United Kingdom's aircrafts are typically regular passenger planes with minor modifications to the cabin layout and in-flight refueling capabilities. $20 million were spent on refurbishing the British Prime Minister's aircraft. It should be emphasized that using the government Airbus allowed for cost savings on plane charters of over $2 million. Britain's Prime Minister's airplane is modest in terms of its materials and how its interior is laid out. The front of the Airbus A330 has a tiny VIP space with 2 ottoman chairs. The sliding drapes can be drawn if required to provide some seclusion from the rest of the delegation. 58 business class seats designed to accommodate ministers and their deputies make up most of the aircraft's cabin. 100 economy class seats are located at the back and are intended for journalists publicizing the ministry cabinet's work. Bahrain. One of the smallest Arab nations in the world is the Kingdom of Bahrain. However, this island nation became one of the richest in the Persian Gulf Basin thanks to abundant mineral reserves. As a result, Hamad bin Asa Al Khalifa, the leader of the royal family, is regarded as one of the richest people in the entire world. Bahrain Royal Flight, a state-run airline established in 1981, is the monarch of Bahrain's official aircraft. 6 aircraft make up its current air fleet: a Gulfstream G4, a Bell 430, a Boeing business jet BBJ-2, 2 Boeing 747-400s, and 2 Boeing 767-400ERs. Each one is designed specifically for members of the royal family and senior government officials and has a VIP setup. Boeing 767-400ER and Boeing business jet BBJ-2 were the most recent acquisitions by Bahrain Royal Flight. The company Lufthansa Technik finished both aircraft's VIP interiors. Due to ethical considerations, the manufacturer has disclosed very few details on the interiors. According to the leaked photos and information, the King of Bahrain's flagship passenger deck is divided into 2 independent zones with a separate VIP private living room and a negotiation space. Although the precise number is unknown, the aircraft cabin also contains exclusive VIP bedrooms and cabins. The government equipped the ship with superior water purification technology and an operating room with life support systems. After the Boeing's interiors had been decorated, they were transported from the Hamburg Center to Dublin's Lufthansa painting facility, where they were painted in the Bahrain Royal Flight Airlines official colors. China. Xi Jinping, the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, does not have a personal aircraft, in contrast to his colleagues, who all own multiple aircraft. For official engagements and professional travels, the People's Republic of China's leader takes 2 Air China Airlines Boeing 747-400s, tail numbers B2447 and B2472. Each aircraft had a catalog value of roughly $250 million at the time of production. Air China Airlines regularly operates passenger flights on both aircraft. However, the aircraft are meticulously scrutinized by the leader's security team as soon as the president considers a forthcoming international trip, which could take up to several weeks. Upon completion of the inspections, the aircraft is sent for refitting, during which some of the cabin seats are removed and replaced with a roomy living area, a bedroom, and an office. The aircraft are returned to Air China and put back in their former condition when the government leader is back in the country, where they can once more be employed for passenger flights. Only a few official photos taken on board the president's modified Air China Boeing 747-400s are available, particularly during Xi Jinping's negotiations with Nursultan Nazarbayev, the president of Kazakhstan. According to several accounts, the PRC's presidential aircraft's interior is fairly sparse and not at all opulent or sumptuous. Do you want to know about the luxury lifestyle of world leaders and celebrities? Then all you have to do is click on the subscribe button. Let's move on. Russia. The $120 million Russian-built IL-96-300PU is Vladimir Putin's signature aircraft. With its expanded fuselage fairing, this wide-bodied long-haul airliner may be easily distinguished from the passenger type. The government equipped the aircraft with cutting-edge communication equipment that enables it to serve as a management hub capable of giving fast orders to troops in the event of an unanticipated battle. The aircraft's appearance resembles the basic model considerably, but its interior is richly furnished with tapestries and gold accents. Neoclassical finishing is used on the furniture and interior design. The son of renowned Russian artist Ivan Glazunov, created the interior design using his designs as a guide. The president can work and rest comfortably thanks to the fully personalized interior. The presidential aircraft has a large office, a bedroom, and a fully stocked gym. Putin's aircraft is fortified with numerous levels of defense against the potential ground or aerial assaults. The body of the aircraft is coated with a special material that reduces the plane's visibility to RCS, an automated system for confusing and jamming radars, as well as its anti-aircraft defense system. The Federal Security Service is guarding additional information regarding the security of the aircraft as a state secret. The IL-96-300PU has a base price of about $60 million. Additionally, the expense of the presidential passenger compartment, security precautions, communication systems, and modifications to airplane construction might significantly increase this cost to around $120 million. North Korea. Despite being the most secretive nation in the world, information about Kim Jong-un's private plane is public. The DPRK Supreme Leader travels on a modified Ilyushin IL-62 from the Cold War called Chame-1 after a North Korean native species of hawk. Kim Jong-un's aircraft is a VIP configuration comparable in size to the United States Air Force One, and even with all its equipment, IL-62 can carry 200 passengers. Kim Jong-un is seen in photos taken inside of his lavishly adorned aircraft that were posted by the state-operated Korean Central News Agency. The images display a luxurious environment with big white leather chairs, rosewood tables with a polished finish, and a crystal ashtray. It's unknown how much the original plane and its modifications cost. The cabin of the IL-62 appears to have undergone major renovations because a photo of Kim Jong-un inside the aircraft dated between 2012 and 2014 shows it to be furnished with outmoded 1980s-style decor, but the recent pictures show a new cabin. United States. Any aircraft operated by the United States Air Force currently transporting the President of the United States is known as Air Force One. The planes are significantly modified versions of the Boeing 747-200B, and the government refers to them by the military abbreviation VC-25A. A smaller Boeing C-32 is utilized if a landing strip at an airport prevents the VC-25A from landing there. The 89th Airlift Wing, based at Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland, is in charge of the presidential air fleet. Like Russia's IL-96-300PU, the two Boeing 747-200Bs underwent considerable modifications with the President of the United States in mind. The VC-25A uses less fuel and has a longer flight range than the original model. Theoretically, an airliner that has modifications allowing refueling while in flight may stay in the skies indefinitely. Several secure communication routes, including satellite, are available on Air Force One. The security systems of the airplane are ready to defend against common attacks and unanticipated events, including focused electromagnetic impulses. Additionally, the VC-25A has a medical suite that serves as an actual operating room. The initial interior of the Boeing VC-25A was created by Nancy Reagan in an updated version of the American Southwest design. The inside of the aircraft has been periodically modified to suit each president's preferences and enhance the radio navigation and communication equipment features. There is a sizable living area on board for the President of the United States. The President's quarters, which total more than 370 square meters, feature a bedroom, bathroom, gym, and offices. The President is constantly accompanied by a sizable number of retinues. Each retinue member has a private area aboard Air Force One. While others have a place to work and rest, higher positions have access to separate offices. The following news reporters have their own space. The presidential aircraft can comfortably seat up to 26 crew members and 70 passengers. The cost of the aircraft has significantly increased due to the changes and enhancements to the flight characteristics, as well as the installation of communication and security systems. We could infer that an estimated $1 billion may have been spent on Boeing 747-200Bs, given that each VC-25A was modernized and refurbished. There you have it, inside the most expensive private jets of world leaders. Watch our next video on the channel.